Okay. Hare Krishna, Priya Mataji. Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year. Sorry, life was too busy, so I'm happy to join today.
Good. I'm happy to see you all too.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Sulekha here.
Hare Krishna, Sulekha Mataji. Yeah, you were the first to join us, and I was just thinking that, what happened. So I guess your audio was not connected. So this is good. And we got Varshana Mataji here. This is very nice. Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranams. Okay.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranams, Jai Shri Prabhupada. So I'm going to offer my obeisances to those who are watching us. On Facebook, and then get straight back to you. So I'm going to close all this. Okay, so today is a lively congregation here. Okay, so so generally yesterday was Shivratri, and there were some questions. So let me just, before I do that, what is it here? Come on. Okay. So let's see here one more time. We'll get started after these brief prayers to the special master. Om Ajnana-timirandhasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Thank you, dear devotees, for joining us on the call here today. And so there was a question that was asked before we started broadcasting, and that was on Shivratri. So some temples celebrate and some temples don't celebrate. So I don't know the reason about that difference. We at ISKCON of Silicon Valley do not do that. I do remember many years ago, we did have a Shivratri celebration where we just, all got together. So one of the things that we do is the mood in which, so number one, it's not a no-no to worship Shivji, right? But we have to do with the right understanding. So today is a different class, but since it was an important thing, I'll just spend a few minutes and then we can talk more about it in the next Friday class if needed. But there is a verse that in the last canto of Srimad Bhagavatam that says Nimnaganam Yatha Ganga. So it's in the glorification of Srimad Bhagavatam, and basically it's saying Nimnaganam Yatha Ganga means that those that come from the top to the bottom, which is the rivers that flow from the top of the mountains to the sea. So among them, just like as Ganges is the best among them, Vaishnavanam Yatha Shambhu, right? That's among the Vaishnava Shambhu, which is Shiva. And just as the Devtanam Achyuta Yuta, and just as among all the Devtas, Achyuta, which is Krishna. And then Puranam Idam Yatha. And just like Ganges is the best among all the rivers, and among all the Vaishnavas, Shivji is the best, and among all the Devtas, Krishna is the best. Similarly, among all the Puranas, Srimad Bhagavatam is the best, right? So here focus is on Vaishnavanam Yatha Shambhu. So Shiva is a devotee of the Lord. So we can pray to Krishna, we can pray to Shivji, we can pray to him with the mood, because he's a devotee of the Lord. So when we pray to him, he will grant us devotional service to Lord Krishna. So we can definitely do that. That's not a no-no. In fact, there was one of the temples where Radhanath Swami Maharaj had gone, and I think in the east somewhere in USA, and there was a deity of Shiva there. And everybody was like, oh, so now what is Radhanath Goswami going to do? He bowed down his head, because that's what we do. He's a Vaishnava. You always respect the Vaishnavas. And actually, those people who fight amongst each other, the Vaishnavas and the Shivas, the Shaivites, they're fighting and saying, this is better, and your Vishnu is useless, or your Shiva is useless, are actually committing offense, because to say Krishna is useless is bad, that's wrong on part of anybody who says that. And then for anybody who also says that Shiva is useless is also wrong, because he's a devotee of the Lord. And Mad Bhakta Pujya Bhidaka, Krishna says that, more than the worship of me, the worship of my devotees is more, to be emphasized. So if you do that in that mood, that's fine. And some very interesting things that I heard, some time ago, and that had to do with, so what do these do? Like, people will quote from Ramayana and say that, oh, but, Ramchandra used to worship Shiva like that. And it was a very interesting thing that they said that Raman was a disciple of Shiva, right? He had prayed to Shiva and gotten everything. And now whatever he did, so Ramchandra-ji, when your devotee has granted somebody immunity or whatever the boons that he had given, and now you're going and killing, you have to go and kill him. So when we see that as Krishna, as Lord Ramchandra praying to him, he's actually telling him that, you know what, you gave him the boon, but look what he has done. And we have read the Ramayana, we know what all Ramana was doing, so I don't have to go through that. But then he was like, look at that. I mean, now he's taken my wife only, right? So I will have to kill him. And so tell me, what should I do? And then, Shiva says that, you are the Lord, you do whatever you want to do. And so on that answer, Ramchandra-ji took his garland and put it on Shiva. So just as a speaker, sometimes, at the end of the class, will take out the garland and put it to some student who was asking the best questions. So that's just a indication of like, you are the best of my devotee, because Shiva was totally surrendered. He just said, yeah, I gave him the boons, but you are the Lord, you do whatever you want to do. So there are the different moods in which people read it. One thing which I really liked from that discourse was the Shiv Puran. Somebody might say Vishnu is the best because I've read Padma Puran or whatever, But all these 18 Puranas have to be read in conjunction. You cannot just pick up one thing out of context and then start talking about that and discussing it with that, right? So these discussions have to be done with an open mind. And, because if your mind is closed, nothing is going to go inside, right? So you have to sit down. Otherwise, just picking up one Puran and then basing all our communication based on that. There are 18, right? And is not right. And they say that it is Ardha Kukuti Nyaya, half hen philosophy, as Chanakya Pandit says that, because a hen gives the eggs from the rear part of her body. So we are only going to focus on the rear part of the body. We don't care about the front. It's not like that. So you can't pick up one Purana and say that this is, what it is. You have to look at it in conjunction and in the whole thing. So, and the gopis used to worship Katyayani. So, there are so many things. And there's this very famous conversation between Parvati and Shiva, where Parvati says that, what do you do? What are you always meditating on? And then he talks about, that Vishnu Sahasranama, 1,000 words of Vishnu, they become Krishna, Ram, 1 word of Ram, and 3 words of Ram become, equivalent to 1 chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna word. So you can imagine that when you chant Hare Krishna, you have chanted the name of Vishnu 3,000 times by just saying Krishna, right? And then you can do the math, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, how many times did you do that, right? So this is what Shiva is recommending. So if Shiva is worshipping Krishna, then, we are clear on where the hierarchy is. And also there are various flavors of Shivaji. There is Rudra, there is Shiva in this material world as a demigod, there is Shiva as Shiva, who is equivalent of Vishnu, like that, so they all come out. So it's complicated, but as long as we, focus our attention, and given the circumstances that we are born in, which is we are born in Kali Yuga, we have a short life. We are always disturbed, right? And we are unfortunate and we are misguided. So in all that, Prabhupada has given us a narrow path to walk. Like if you go this way and that way, you're going to, get confused. So we just follow whatever is there. So we follow whatever is there in our temple, but we don't, also think about others who are worshipping Shiva to say that they are wrong, because you do not know when somebody is worshipping, with what mood they are worshipping, what is there inside our head. But people don't do that. People just go to the temple, and people just go and look at the rituals, etc., that are being followed from all along. Like, you have to go to Shivji and you have to put water on him, jal chadhana, like that, right? People do that. But what is the theory behind it, or what is the reason why this is done, right? So in Shir Sagar, when the Samudra Manthan was happening, right, what was the first thing that came out from there?
Poison.
Poison came out.
Right, yeah. So now you know that Krishna has taken so many avatars. He has come so many times. Shivji did not take incarnation as Kachap avatar, right? When the Samudra Manthan was going, things were going bad. So Krishna came and said, Keshav Dhṛta, right? Kurma Sharira. So he comes as the Kurma. He's doing all that. Mandrachal mountain is on his back, right? And then the wish comes back. Krishna could have done something about the wish, right? But he doesn't do that. He really wants his devotees to be glorified. So then it's like, okay, now get Shiva to do it. And then Shiva says that, okay, so Lord, you're asking me to have the poison. He said, yeah, just drink it. But I know that I'm in your heart. I'll hold the poison in your neck, right from inside. So he gets the blue thing over there. And then after that, he says that I'm feeling very hot because all that poison has gone and started feeling very hot. So then Krishna tells the others around, the Devtas, that he says that, put some, he's very hot in the head, put something on his head. So where are they? They are in the middle of the milk ocean. So they started taking, the milk from the ocean and putting it on Shivji's head. So from there, this offering comes. And that offering is coming as a mood of, you are Krishna, you Shiva are the highest devotee. And look at what you did. You agreed to drink poison so that all of us could be saved. So that is the mood with which we put. But the mood with which we put now is, number one, we don't put pure milk. If at all, we'll mix some water. And if first we put some water there, right? And then what do we do? All that off, and then with that is like, Shivji, please do this thing for me. Shivji, please do this thing for me. I want this, I want that. So that should not be the mood of worshiping Shiva. You put the milk and let them, and then of course, what happens, you see most of the temple, the milk goes out and it drains out, right? That's not what we do when we offer. We have Charanamrit, right? When you wash the feet of your spiritual master, you drink it, right? So when you're putting milk to Shivji, why should it go to the gutter? He's a Vaishnava, he's the best of the Vaishnavas. You should drink it, right? Like when we have Abhishek, what do? We start collecting that in buckets, right? And then we all relish drinking that. So there's a lot that is there, and Prabhupada has already picked and already given us the direction. So you should have faith. If the faith is there, then we'll just pursue that. But so what I would just like to say today is, to say bad things about Shiva is an offense because he's a Vaishnava. That's what I want you to carry. Other stories and all of that's all that is fine. And the essence is that. And
we all shall.
Yeah.
I celebrate Shivaratri. I try to keep awake, but I couldn't. But I did, till late at night, and I got up early in the morning and, at 4 and tried to, because I feel that affinity,
And that's fine, yeah. So the mood and that understanding, and that is why the knowledge is important, and that's why we are talking about, we are talking about knowledge in chapter 4 of Bhagavad-gita. All these times we talked about that, right? So we do that. Hold on. It has thrown me out of the system. I'm trying to go to Google. I'm trying to go to Vedabase, and I don't know why. Okay, I'm trying to go to our sheet. Okay. All right, brought it up. So we have got solid 15 minutes now to go over our thing. So let's just do that. Share my screen. Okay. So this is our Arjuna. Aho bhatmahat papam kartum vyavasita vayam yat rajya sukha lobhena hantum swajanam udyata. This is what we did last time, right?
Yes, Mataji.
Right? Right. Okay, good. So Arjuna is talking about that if we do this, we are going to do mahat papam, right? If we kill our own people. And then now he's saying, like, if we do this, we're going to get this. So let's see what could be a good option is what Arjuna is thinking. Yadi mam apratīkāram aśastraṁ śastra-pāṇayaḥ dhārtarāṣṭrā raṇe hanyus tanme kṣema-taraṁ bhavet. So what is he saying? That better for me if the sons, so here's the option he's saying that, oh, we're going to commit sins. Better for me if the sons of Dhṛtarāṣṭra, weapons in hand, were to kill me unarmed and unresisting on the battlefield. So he's saying that even let them do justice. I'm going to put away all my weapons. Let them just kill me unarmed. That is better. And so why is he saying better? Because it is not good to kill somebody who does not have weapons in their hands. That was not the Kshatriya way of fighting. It's really, really bad. But what he's trying to emphasize is that it is better. It is better to do that than to kill your own people. So he's comparing and then he's putting forth his thing, right? So yadi means even if. Mam, me. Apratīkāram, without being resistant. So pratikar, somebody did something, and pratikar, you retaliate. So without being resistant. Aśastraṁ, without being fully equipped. No shastra in my hands. Śastra-pāṇayaḥ, but those who have shastra in their hands, those with weapons in hand. Dhārtarāṣṭrā. So you see how from the name of the father, the name of the son is derived. So Dhṛtarāṣṭra is the name of the father. The dhārtarāṣṭrā, the sons of Dhṛtarāṣṭra. Raṇe, on the battlefield. Hanyuhu, may kill. Tat, that. Me, may, for me. kṣema-taraṁ, better. Bhavet, would be. So yadi mam apratīkāram aśastraṁ śastra-pāṇayaḥ dhārtarāṣṭrā raṇe hanyus tanme kṣema-taraṁ bhavet. So better for me if the sons of Dhṛtarāṣṭra kill me. So yadi mam apratīkāram aśastraṁ śastra-pāṇayaḥ dhārtarāṣṭra raṇe hanyus tanme kṣema-taraṁ bhavet. Right? So let's go ahead and try that. So the first person to join us here who talked was Aruni Mataji. And after that, we had Sulekha Mataji, who actually joined us first today, but she was not selected otherwise. Sulekha Mataji, then we had Priya Mataji join us, and then we had, between Suruchi and Varshana, I've forgotten who came, but doesn't matter. Then we have Suruchi. Okay, anybody else is there on the call that I'm missing? No, right? Okay. All right, so let's get going. Aruni Mataji.
Yeah.
Just want the broken down version first.
Yadi mam apratīkāram aśastraṁ śastra-pāṇayaḥ dhārtarāṣṭrā raṇe hanyus tanme kṣema-taraṁ bhavet.
Bhavet, right? Okay, good. Sulekha?
Yadi mam apratīkāram aśastraṁ śastra-pāṇayaḥ dhārtarāṣṭrā raṇe hanyus tanme kṣema-taraṁ bhavet.
Bhavet, very good, right? So this T with a dot becomes a ta, as in tum-tum, tum-tum. And this is a ta, as in titli, right? So Rashtra, right? You say Rashtrapati, right? Same thing. Okay, good. Priya Mataji.
Yadi mam apratīkāram aśastraṁ śastra-pāṇayaḥ dhārtarāṣṭrā raṇe hanyus tanme kṣema-taraṁ bhavet.
Bhavet, right? So this N with a dot becomes ana. Ana, like in Veena.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Where Narad Muni plays the Veena, or Krishna, right? Like that.
Raṇe.
Raṇe.
Okay.
And then in the second line also, pāṇayaḥ. Pani grahan, right? Marriage ceremony, pani. So from that one.
Pāṇa. Okay. Got it.
Pāṇa.
Okay.
Pāṇa. Yes, like Rana Pratap. You say Rana Pratap, like the Pāṇa.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Varshana Mataji.
Yadi mam apratīkāram aśastraṁ śastra-pāṇayaḥ dhārtarāṣṭrā raṇe hanyus kṣema-taraṁ bhavet.
Bhavet. Very good. Suruchi. Suchi Mataji, you are on mute.
Yadi mam apratīkāram
Prati.
aśastraṁ śastra-pāṇayaḥ dhārtarāṣṭrā raṇe hanyus kṣema-taraṁ bhavet.
Right? So just be mindful of the A without the bar and A with the bar. So tram, it is not tram, right? This is a bar. Ka, there's a bar here, right? Mam, so there's a bar. Dhar, there's a bar. Rash, so big heavy accent. Tra, there is no bar here, so raṇe, like that, right? Yadi mam apratīkāram aśastraṁ śastra-pāṇayaḥ dhārtarāṣṭrā raṇe hanyus tanme kṣema-taraṁ bhavet. Okay. All right. Now let's go back again. We have 5 minutes left. Let's go for the full-blown one right now.
Yadi mam apratīkāram aśastraṁ śastra-pāṇayaḥ dhārtarāṣṭrā raṇe hanyus tanme kṣema-taraṁ bhavet.
All right. Very good. Sulekha Mataji.
Yadi mam apratīkāram aśastraṁ śastra-pāṇayaḥ dhārtarāṣṭrā raṇe hanyus tanme kṣema-taraṁ bhavet.
Taram bhavet. So even when you are speaking the full ones, you can continue to look at this one. And that's why I put the colors there, so that the same color means it's one word, right?
Okay.
Right? So yadi, right? Okay. Good. Priya?
Yadi mam apratīkāram aśastraṁ.
Karam.
Apratīkāram aśastraṁ
Aśastraṁ.
aśastraṁ śastra-pāṇayaḥ.
Shastra. Be mindful of the A. Yeah, don't go with the flow. Be mindful of the A with the bar and without the bar. And
Okay.
once you have seen it, then you speak it.
Aśastraṁ. Is that
Tram.
Aśastraṁ.
Yes.
Shastra.
Shastra.
Oh, sorry.
Shastra, yeah.
Śastra-pāṇayaḥ.
Yaha.
Dhṛtarāṣṭrā raṇe hanyus tanme kṣema-taraṁ bhavet.
See the immediately difference, right? Immediate differences come because now you're looking at the verse and speaking, right? Good.
Yes.
Good. Okay, Varshana Mataji.
Yadi mam apratīkāram aśastraṁ śastra-pāṇayaḥ dhārtarāṣṭrā raṇe dhārtarāṣṭrā raṇe hanyus tanme kṣema-taraṁ bhavet.
Tanme kṣema-taraṁ bhavet. Very nice. Susuchi?
Yadi mam
apratīkāram.
Pra. Apra. See here in the Hindi. Spra. Praji. Pra. Prem.
Aśastraṁ.
See, when you are pronouncing it, you have to make do a difference between this and this, right? Para and pra. Try both of them, then you'll know the difference.
Ra.
Which one are you saying?
Ra.
No, here.
Para.
And
Pra.
pra. No, say that 2 times. Para,
Pra.
pra.
Para. Pra.
Right. Now tell me which one is it here.
Pra.
Pra. You got it? Pra. Not para. Okay. Now start from the beginning.
Yadi mam apratīkāram.
Correct.
śastra-pāṇayaḥ.
Very good.
raṇe hanyus. kṣema-taraṁ bhavet.
Bhavet. Very good. Okay. Varshanavaji. Varshanavaji, you're on mute.
Wait, how did I miss my turn or something? Are we going around again or what?
Yeah. You
did
didn't miss your turn. You did it.
Oh.
Yeah. It's just that we had some repetition, so it seems like a long one. Yeah. You went so fast.
Yadi
Okay.
yadi mam apratīkāram aśastraṁ śastra-pāṇayaḥ dhārtarāṣṭrā raṇe hanyus tanme kṣema-taraṁ bhavet.
Very nice. Suchi Mataji.
Yadi mam apratīkāram aśastraṁ śastra-pāṇayaḥ dhārtarāṣṭrā raṇe hanyus tanme kṣema-taraṁ bhavet.
Very good. You got it. Very nice. Okay. All of us together one more time. 1, 2, 3. Yadi
mam apratīkāram aśastraṁ dhārtarāṣṭrā raṇe hanyus tanme kṣema-taraṁ bhavet.
Very nice. Okay, so on that note, we will stop the call here today and we'll meet again, Krishna willing, Friday. Take care, everybody, and thank you for coming and joining this call early in the morning. That shows your determination. So keep going.
Thank you.